Tonight, it'll be the Atlanta Hawks going up against the Orlando Magic. Checking out the Magic, coming into this matchup with no shortage of confidence, they won all 4 games against this team last season. Getting a little amped up. Opening night of the regular season now upon us, Shaq. What were you looking forward to the most here on opening night?
2 things. Let me get this out the way. Hanging out with you guys. You know I love you guys. I miss you guys. It's been a great summer. And getting back to the greatest game in the world.
Which of those, if you only had one, which of those would be?
I would have to say the game would come second.
Oh man. I don't even care what you got to say.
There's a buzz in the air here in Atlanta, and we've been waiting for this day for a long time. It's opening day in the NBA. Thanks, everyone, for joining us here in the start of a new season. Kevin. Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. It's all about the Eastern Conference. That's where the action is today as the Atlanta Hawks get ready to bat. And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge out on the sideline. David?
Well, guys, it's hard to...
Well, in this game today, it's all about court spacing, DA. Thanks for the report. Well, we've been waiting for it all summer, Clark. Opening night. What's going through the players' minds right now, just before the beginning of the season?
About time. These guys have been ready for this a month ago. But they're happy that there's no more waiting around, and now the games count for real. And they're focused on trying to get off to a great start.
Tip-off goes to Orlando. Here's Money, now the starting group for Orlando. They've got Tristan Thompson, Money out there with Paul. Then there's Kevin Love, and it's Morris in at the small forward position. Inside, here's Young. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Young's got his team on the board to start the game for Atlanta. Here's Money, defended by Young. He is hauled in by McKinney.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the deep.
Pass to Young. Cousins against Thompson. Here's Young. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist.
And you gotta like seeing this from Young, wanting to prove he's more than just a jump shooter.
Here's Money. Not enough on that one as it misses. Now, here is Young, guarded closely.
You just can't leave anyone open around Young. He's very capable of spotting his uncovered teammate.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Hawks have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. And that's a foul called on Money. That is his first foul of the game. And so just over a minute and a half played.
And low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
I agree with you. Not a good shot, not good offense. They can get a much better look than that, but they're going to need to be patient to do so.
Nailed from three-point land.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
And Thompson sends it back. The Magic have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Here's Love, and he overshot that one, missing. Carter, defended by Paul. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Morris passes to Money. A shot, no good. Nice D from Cousins.
You know, this just hasn't been his quarter. I mean, he doesn't seem to be comfortable at all, particularly shooting. I mean, he knows he's struggling right now.
Young with the ball. Knocked away. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. McKinney. And he uses the glass on the layup.
That's just an incredible find coming from the big man. There's no debating Cousins' smarts on the court. He picks out a pass there that not many guys would have seen.
Here's Money. There's the killer two-headed slam.
And folks, those are hops you just don't see from that one spot every day.
Well, that's why he is such an uncommon talent.
Yep, uncommon and unparalleled. I mean, he makes things happen out there for sure.
Young with no one around. Quick shot there, and it's off target. Orlando's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. No, Paul in position. Stolen by Collins. Young taking his time here. From 10 feet out, it's hauled in by the Magic. Thompson's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Vitally important. I mean, if you relax for a second, you're cooked. You're toast. They learned that lesson there.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks. Greg, what are some of the positives that Tristan Thompson's play brings to the team?
Still a very efficient scorer on the shots that he does take. And he lives mostly inside the paint. And still a strong offensive rebounder. But his days of being a threat on the offensive end as the game has evolved seems to kind of gone away.
On the outside, from the arc. Atlanta again missing.
Well, you see the struggles he's having getting anything to go.
Yeah, I'm sure he's frustrated, Greg, because nothing is falling right now. He's going to keep chipping away at it. And that's the attitude. Stay with it.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets, an exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk.
Guys, I tell you, there are assists, and then there are delicious dimes. This was the latter. Excellent awareness there, zipping the ball over to the perfect spot to score.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. 6-point game. Atlanta again missing.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
It's tipped. And so it looks like the Magic will retain possession here.
And with the moment, let's check out some stats for Thompson. Last season, he played outstanding. Put up about 19 points a game and just over 2 steals. And his rebounding is what's most impressive. He's shown tremendous determination on the backboard.
And it's a big asset for this team. I mean, he blocks out on the defensive glass, and then he keeps balls alive at the offensive end.
They get a hand on it. Morris looking over the floor. That's good from Paul on the assist by Morris. Paul's got his second basket.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Atlanta calls timeout. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Fast break. Here come the Magic. And the dunk by Love.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. Yeah, you see it now on the scoreboard.
Clearly in great rhythm. They've got it going on. I mean, in a big way. Excellent job at establishing a huge lead early on.
Good D by Thompson.
And I think all the credit goes to the defense there, Kevin. Exceptional job getting the shooter to rush that layup.
And he recovers it. Here's Money. Atlanta with the rebound.
And, you know, it hasn't been his night, but his team still leads, so that's encouraging.
To stop the drought, Young's shot is off.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Exactly. Can't play it any better than that, Greg.
The shot by Paul, no good.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Here's Graham. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. fans can see what a team is doing on the court, but they can't see behind the scenes. Clark, in your experience, what are some of the hallmarks of a team with great locker room chemistry?
You know, it varies from team to team. You know, you got various personalities, but I think the one common theme is really a respect for each other and a willingness to sacrifice for each other. That creates an atmosphere for people to be their best. The teams that have good chemistry, there may be friction, there may be drama, but underneath any of that is a real respect for each other and a commitment to sacrificing for each other.
And out of rhythm offensively, but he continues to work at it.
Yeah, you know what? I think eventually he will find his rhythm because he is off right now, but all it takes is one hoop and you're back in rhythm.
Now, here's Valentine, covered by Morris. Here's Boone. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Much love goes his way. I mean, he refused to give up on the glass. And nice to see him rewarded because of his hustle.
Money passes to Thompson, and it's Thompson with the jam.
And jumping out like this, man, you automatically start thinking blowout.
Yeah, you know, it's early for sure, but still, they're flat out owning this team right now.
Bounce pass Young.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
And the trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well, Greg.
The Hawks trail by 14. Wide open look. Misses off the right iron.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Here's Money, defended by Young. And that one is stuck right through.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
And I tell you what, Greg, they've worked hard for this lead. Their play calling has been superb and the execution even better.
Another steal. Here's Morris, and Morris throws it down.
Aggressive coming out of the gate here, guys. Wow.
Tone setting, that's what I call it. Grabbing this one by the throat early on and then squeezing it hard.
And Young kicks to Green. The Hawks working the ball around. The Hawks again can't hit.
I mean, his field goal percentage isn't good. He's not helping his team out there shooting this quarter.
Graham with the rebound. Hawks shooting a mere 25% from the floor in this first quarter. Passes it to Boone, and stolen by Love. Now here's Paul. T right on him. That falls. Great assist by Love. Paul's got 9. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Magic.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also, how about the fact defensively, they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
And that's a foul called on Money. That's foul number 2 for him. Atlanta making a switch here. Out to the right wing. To halt the run. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Love's got his 4th rebound in this one.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
Yeah, and you can tell they feel like they can get inside whenever they want to. I mean, it's been carte blanche, full menu for them, and the defense really not offering any resistance.
The pass to Graham.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. And a look now at the breakdown between 3-point and 2-point shots attempted here tonight for Atlanta.
And really, the long ball hadn't been a big factor for him. Not a lot of attempts, Not a lot of makes either. Nothing wrong, though, with probing inside on days when the shots aren't falling.
Poked away. And now Orlando on the break. Oh.
I love that. Yes, indeedy.
And guys, this is the blueprint for winning on the road. How about the level of focus on each and every possession?
Yeah, it's actually palpable, isn't it, Greg? I mean, you can feel it. Every single one of these guys locked in, playing for each other. And that's why they're up.
They could use a bucket. Thompson with the rebound. Orlando's gone 3 of 3 from deep. 9 points throwing up from outside here in the first. Here's Money. 13 points in the game. Clark, there was a rules change not too long ago that promoted more help defense, less one-on-one defense. Good or bad?
I like it. Again, there's always going to be a premium on defending one-on-one, but positioning defenders where you can help better and more, I think it's trying to make sure the offensive side doesn't get too much of an advantage where the rules have gone in the past. So I think it's a nice balance in that for the game.
And the Hawks making a change here. Cousins is checked in. He hits one and misses one each at the line.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
To the inside. Stolen by Collins. Carter gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him.
And that's just a great individual play right through the teeth of the defense.
Here's Money. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. The Hawks trail by 21. To the inside. Carter and the Hawks getting another basket.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Here's Money. The 7-foot ball.
Damn.
Money
just got fucking paid, yo.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Giving up too many open shots. I mean, that's what's happening here, Greg.
No shit.
To me, it'd be a bit
So worry
slow.
about the fucking stocks, you fuck.
Here's Graham, defended by Paul. And here is Graham.
Get the fuck out of here, nigga. Get back to work, nigga. Back in line, nigga.
Collins kicks to Cousins.
Fuck out of here. Shit.
Bangs on the trifecta.
Nah, man, chill out.
Here's
Not big
Money.
time.
16 points for him. 3 seconds left.
It's not ammo.
For Thompson. And so it's Orlando with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one.
Yeah, bro, just
We'll
started
return
off the
shortly.
beat. I'm gonna go fishing. You gotta buy a big net, buy the big net, and catch everything.
One of the most
You need to buy a
talented
big
men in
net.
the game, DeMarcus Cousins, talked about his maturation over time.
I enjoyed it. Thought he knew it all. Thought he was the best thing walking, and you know, I think I've humbled myself a lot since then. So, of course, my game has grown, my knowledge of the game has grown, my IQ, but it's just a typical thing from a rookie to.
I mean, there's no games right now, right?
On the floor now, when Cousins keeps his emotions in check, he's a force on the floor.
And Kevin, that's the key. When he's focused on the game and not the refs, he is almost unstoppable.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. Guys, we've seen the Magic really take control here.
I think they play great D and not giving up anything easy early on.
Exactly. I mean, they've made their... Oh, wow. Are you... Oh, my goodness.
The Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game.
All right, go ahead.
Guys, it's going to be a long time before we see another one just like that.
Now Graham. Pass to McKinney. Herter, defended by Paul. And we play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. And he comes up with the deuce. Collins has got his first 2 points of the night.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Here's Money. He uses both hands to slam it down.
And folks, those are hops you just don't see from that one spot every day.
Well, that's why he is such an uncommon talent.
Yep, uncommon and unparalleled. I mean, he makes things happen out there for sure.
Knocks it loose. Stolen by Thompson. Morris passes to Money. Magic moving the ball around. And Paul slams it in.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets, an exquisite pass to set up a powerful alley-oop dunk.
Guys, I tell you, there are assists, and then there are delicious dimes. This was the latter.
Here's Graham. Orlando grabs the miss. Thompson's got rebound number 13 with that last one.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
To the paint. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And down it goes. Dunk through off a wonderful assist.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Atlanta calls timeout. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Orlando.
And this game kicks off a 4-game season series between the two teams.
Two conference foes, guys, looking to take game 1 tonight. It's very interesting to see who can land the first blow.
Now that we have a chance, let's go to the 2K leaderboard and reveal last season's top shot blockers. Tristan Thompson is second.
And shot blocking is the element of the game that I think he cares about the most. That's where he puts in that effort and energy.
To the left wing. Spellman, and he goes in for the jump.
And did you see the screen that was set for him? I mean, that was how he got to the hoop.
It was the classic screen play. It won't show up in the box score, but that screen deserves an assist.
Absolutely, Kevin. I mean, that took the defender right out of the play.
They get it again. And Thompson gets it to go. Thompson's got 8.
And you just hate to give up those second chance points.
Yeah, those are back crushers. I mean, they really crack your back when you give teams second shots like that.
Here's Morris. That falls. Great assist by Love. 7 points for Markieff Morris.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, hey, they've been clearly the better team.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, when talking about the pressure Young puts on a defense, I'm not sure the word relentless is strong enough.
The Hawks have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
And a season ago at the charity stripe, this is a group that shot an impressive 81%.
And he knocks down the first one. It always seems that coaches get fired a lot, and there's kind of the rotating names there. But the GMs who hire them stay in place. What's your take on that?
Yeah, you know, it's fairly complex, Kevin. I don't know if we have enough time to delve in it effectively here, but my initial feeling is every circumstance is a little different. I mean, sometimes it's a little easier to move the coach than the general manager for whatever reason. But there should be more accountability for GMs, not just for who they draft, but also who they hire as coaches. So I'm mixed. but I kind of understand why sometimes the coach is a little more readily expendable.
The Hawks have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
For Atlanta, they have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4. Yabusele, he's checked in for the Hawks. He doesn't get the second one.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Orlando grabs the miss. And Love throws it down.
Yeah, I mean, he's been orchestrating the whole game at a high level.
Yeah, making his teammates better through his passing. Greg, you know about that because you did it. Great job sharing the ball.
Well, I appreciate it, partner. Always important to have somebody keep rhythm in the game.
And Young gets to Yabusele. Shoots it up. Young's shot is off.
Yeah, that's just poor decision making. He's got to be better in those situations.
Greg, I just think he was in a hurry. He flat out rushed it. I mean, I don't know what he was thinking there. He actually was in a brain neutral position.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, it seems every season new records are set for the number of three-pointers made and attempted. It's proven to be successful, and of course, it is a copycat league. It's hard to know why it took so long for everyone to catch on, but now that they have, the effects continue to ripple throughout the league.
They sure have, David. Thank you. Cotto. Atlanta again, missing.
Tell you what, Kevin, they will take that look every time. Limited defense, great shot. Just came up empty. You live with those.
And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. The Hawks have shot 67% from the line tonight, going 4-6. The first free throw is good. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. Orlando's gone 3 of 3 from three-point land here tonight. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. The Magic shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
First free throw is good. That one is no good.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
And Greg, definitely that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Passes it to Boone. Here's Yabusele, covered by Morris. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Morris. Now, here's Valentine, defended by Paul, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it. The Hawks making a switch here. Cousins is checked in. Magic shooting wonderfully up to this point, 67%. Here's Money, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, a moment now to see the numbers for Morris. He had a strong showing last season. He was around 9 points per last year. 5 rebounds and 2 assists. And some pretty good numbers, guys. He's certainly making a contribution.
Better than expected. He still has a ways to go. I like what I'm seeing right now.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. There's the pass to Yabusele. To the middle. And Cousins gets it to go. Cousins has got his second bucket of the night.
You know, I really enjoy watching Cousins go to work deep inside. I mean, it feels like, to me, nobody can guard him down there.
Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. To the wing on the left. That one off the back iron and out. Orlando's gone 3 of 3 from three-point land here tonight. And Markeith Morris out of Kansas, a spread 4, as they say.
And able to stripe it from anywhere on the floor. A good secondary scorer who can also create his own shot on the block at times. The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Loose. Back to Valentine. Love against Cousins. Pass to Yabusele. Kicks to Valentine. 6 on the shot clock. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. Cousins, no good. Here's the Magic now. Here's Money. The rebound by Yabusele. The Hawks shooting only 32% from the field. Plenty of signs of struggle by this offense today. The putback. It's good on the putback.
They are just killing on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Out of bounds. It'll go to the Hawks. And a quick look at how Atlanta's schedule shaping up. On Friday, they'll host the Charlotte Hornets. And then on Saturday, they'll face off against Jimmy Butler and the Philadelphia 76ers.
And for that game against the Trailblazers, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire.
Valentine wide open, he fires, and the 3 off target.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
Morris feeds it to Love. Passes to Money, trying to get something going. Here's Thompson. The pass to Money. Goes up again. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists in the game. The Hawks shooting just 29% in the second quarter. The offense is suffering. Pass to Yabusele. Pass to Boone. That's tipped. Watching the line there, that'll be a backcourt violation.
And a chance here to check out some stats on Kevin Love. Coming off a terrific season. 3rd in rebounding, 5th in steals, and he was top 5 in field goal percentage. Never settling, always working to get a good look.
And as you said, a top 3 rebounder last season. He just seems to know how the shot's going to come off the rim, and he always hustles to get there. They've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, but you can't force that square peg into the round hole. Oftentimes, you just got to make that first simple pass and get a rhythm from that.
Then he uses both hands to jam it in.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Hawks shooting 32% overall right now, not one of their better showings. Now, here's Valentine. He's been quiet so far, still no points in the game. Pass to Yabusele. Boom. He's covered by Thompson. Cotto. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
And all around to win that time before dropping in.
Well, he knew how many inches he had over the guy. I mean, let's face it, good decision to just rise up and take the jump shot.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. And a look at the locations on the floor where he's been shooting the ball.
And it's really been a tremendous night. He's been efficient. He's been a major driving force in this offense. And it's no small task to try to slow him down. Once he gets rolling, like we've seen in this game so far, watch out.
There's 3 pointers off the mark. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for the Orlando Magic. Here's Money. That shot, no good. Atlanta's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Down low, here's Cousins. Love grabs the board.
Seems like he's in a hurry. He's kind of rushing his shot. Clearly out of rhythm right now. That's a big reason why they're losing.
Here's another rebound. He holds in his 20th rebound.
Dominating the glass. And started hot, and he's only gotten harder.
Hawks shooting a cool 28% in the second quarter. To the paint, Cotto scores for only the second time tonight. Now 2 for 6 from the field.
Now that's where you like your shots to come from.
Inside, here's Paul. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now, 6 for 8 on the night.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Time-dropping delights is what I call it.
Well, that was a nice pass. That would give you that.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt.
I don't think they have anybody to blame but themselves there. I mean, that's just inexcusable to let a guy get this deep inside.
Launches a 3, buries the long-range jumper. Money's got a couple of 3-pointers in the second for the Magic.
Against Wynn, he does a nice job of creating just enough separation.
Yeah, he's so creative with the ball and his ability to shake free from bigger guys to knock down those triples. Boy, that's a thing of beauty there.
And so it's the Orlando Magic with a huge 37-point lead to end the quarter. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. From one Kevin to another, you guys were dominant in that first half and you have a big lead, but do you forget about that in the second half?
Oh yeah, we got to treat it like a 0-0 game. I know we're going to stay in the locker room, we got to come out and win the third quarter. If we do that, we feel like we'll be okay, but like I said, this team is tough. We know they're capable of coming back.
Well, we'll see what happens, Kevin. Thanks. Now back to the other Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Out in front at the half is Orlando. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. Kenny, what do you think?
I love the way they're getting after it in the paint. Moving bodies, attacking the rim, scoring at will. Sometimes teams try to hurt you with the 3-ball. They went right for the heart of the defense. Look at them to keep pounding it inside and staying physical.
And Shaq, what'd you see from Atlanta?
Well, first of all, as cold as they've been from the floor, I can't say I'm surprised by the score. You cannot shoot the ball that poorly and expect to be in the game, Ernie. They need better ball movement. If their offense stays this stagnant, they can forget about a comeback.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
We return to Atlanta with a spectacular look from above. The Sky View Ferris wheel there in the background. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. And so it's Atlanta with it. John Collins is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Young, and it's McKinney in at the 3. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Here's Money. And the ball goes out of bounds. It's touched by Love. And in front of you now is a list of the players with the highest shooting percentage last season. You take a look at Thompson, leading the league in field goal percentage. He always gets good looks. And of course, Money. He also shoots the ball so well. One of the best.
As well as these two shot the ball, it was a nightmare situation for a defender guarding either one of them. It's so hard to stop them from getting their shots off.
Here's Young from the arc.
Boy, he shows a lot of desire when he's fighting for that tough board. And his length doesn't hurt either.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up.
Yes, he does. That's what we call helium. Yeast rising and helium floating.
And a terrific bit of chaos there in the replay, presented by the Under Armour Hover Havoc.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
Here's Money. Oh, Moore's in position. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some pressure. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I think the pass was even better. I mean, that was room service delivery and inch time.
And nice little floater right there. Give Young credit. He's developed the shots he needs to overcome his size limitations.
All right.
Trying to go for
Gracias.
But excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. McKinney gets to Young.
They're in a hurry. I think, Kevin, they're rushing things a little bit to begin the half. Nothing pretty about this 1-for-4 start.
And when you watch Collins play, Greg, you just can't help but notice how athletic he is going to the rim.
Man, his hang time and ability to throw it down make him an ideal finisher inside. Very efficient because he's not only a strong finisher, but also enjoys attacking the rim. And does a great job, I think, of picking up misses, just being a pest for the defense.
Here's Money. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
You know, Love is, as we've seen, a solid passer for a big man. Great at breaking down the defense and firing the pass to an open teammate.
Hawks have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Young for 3. Again, Young missing. Orlando, they've gotten 4 of the first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. And Trey Young gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Hawks. So it's Atlanta now. Got a piece of it. To the inside, McKinney. That misses off the backboard. Orlando's gone along perfectly from three-point range. Tonight they've gone 5 for 5.
And you can see it. They're in a nice rhythm in terms of shooting. It's been that way the entire second half.
And you know, Greg, it's hard to ask for much more than that because they're getting to their spots and they're knocking down the shots.
Young with the ball. 10 points for him. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. The Hawks again can't hit. The Magic have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. It's good.
You have to guard Young tight. You got to know he's thinking of shooting as soon as the ball hits his hand.
Here's Money, defended by Young. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. The Magic have gone just 4 of 8 from the line tonight, hoping to move that free throw percentage up a bit. Free throw, good, Paul. Both free throws, good from Paul. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now, here in the third. Here's Young. That one misses. Good D from Love. The Magic shooting 64%. Beautiful all-around play by this offense. And here's Young. He's got 12. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Here's McKinney. That one doesn't go. And it's the Magic taking it the other way. Ball passes to Money. And it's blocked. They retain possession. And Love throws it down. Atlanta's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Here's Orlando now. They're on a 14-6 run.
Terrific timing on that pass, placing it in a great spot, ideal spot where his teammate could score.
Now Young. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Looking to get it going, and it's good on the way. Young's got 8 here in the quarter.
He's smart at using the screen there to just create space. Young, very reliable in that pick and roll.
He's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will retain possession. Ball passes to Money. Outside, Love. Ball outside. Out left to the wing. Another bucket. Wow. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
And so Young will bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Knocks down the 3-ball.
He has been fantastic this quarter, guys. It's just the kind of effort they need if they're going to continue to trim the lead.
Here's Money. Draws contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And giving up some height, he just finds a way to carve out a little separation.
Yeah, you know, he doesn't back down from anybody, Greg. Effective at getting the room he wants, and then gets his shot off in time.
Hawks making a switch here. Yabusele's checked in. Atlanta's gone into a slump here from 3-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Graham kicks to Yabusele. Here's Graham, defended by Paul. Young outside. To the middle. Here's Yabusele. Lead pass was put in just the right spot.
Awesome feed there. That pass was on point.
Orlando's gotten on a roll from 3-point land. They've been flawless. 6 for 6 tonight. Here's Money, defended by Young. They recover it. Money. Good. That's another bucket. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Here's Young, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
He has been fantastic this quarter, guys. It's just the kind of effort they need if they're going to continue to trim the lead.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Magic.
Well, they've forced a decent number of turnovers in this one, fellas, and they've turned most of those turnovers into points.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
The Hawks have gone 7 for 16 the second half from the field, shooting a bit under 50%. Graham, the pass to Yabusele. Here's Graham. The pass to Yabusele. Poked away. It's stolen by Morris. And they're on the break. Lobbed up there for Thompson.
Yeah, nice silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better.
Guys, I hope we get to see a few more of those.
And Young kicks to Green. Young's shot is off.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Haynes, count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
For Orlando, they have gone 7 of 11 from the line.
Shooting one.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. Can't do much better than that, guys.
Here's Green, defended by Paul. Yabusele kicks to Green. Inside, it's stolen by Morris. Out in the zone on the break. Here's Money. Thompson, high post. Pass to Money. Well, fade away. Rebound, Atlanta.
And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't get it to fall.
That's what I call an everything but. Good execution, just didn't knock it down. But you're right, they're happy with that shot.
You know, watching Kevin Love, he's really got a ton of tools at his disposal offensively. We know he can shoot it. We know he can post it, but his off-ball movement has also improved. Love has molded himself into a dynamic scorer.
So both teams changing it up here. For Orlando, they have made 8 of their 12 free throws in this game. The first one falls. And with Love and his offensive game, he has even started getting more scores off of cuts.
Yeah, Love has a good sense of timing on when a lane will open up, and often will get matched up with a defender that just isn't as quick as he is. And when everything is clicking for him, he can light it up in a quarter, as we've seen in the past.
No good on the second free throw. Atlanta's gotten 1 of 6 3-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime.
Is it me, or does it just feel like he gets every rebound that comes up?
Well, he practically has gotten every one that's available. A 20-plus rebounding game is not something we get to see very often, Greg.
Really good job there. That's the definition of the inside-out game.
And for the Hawks, they're shooting 37% so far in the third quarter, and they're not satisfied with this lack of offensive execution. Can they get it? It's hauled in by the Magic. Love's got 13 rebounds in the game. Seeded. Here's Money. What an incredible scoring display he has put on tonight. Rebounds, Atlanta takes possession. And a chance here to take a look at the shooting chart for Young.
And really what jumps out to me about this shot chart is just how aggressive he's been when on the floor. I mean, he's doing everything he can to get as close to the hoop as possible before putting up that shot, and it's worked out in a big way for him and his team.
Kodo, shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. He's got 9.
The entire defense was frozen footed. Nobody picked up the shooter, Kevin.
Here's Money. The offensive rebound. Ball with the bucket.
He does not play the score. I mean, he's going to continue to work his tail off on the glass and make plays just like that.
And plays like that have really taken the energy out of those defenders. I mean, you can bet he's going to continue to keep pushing in that area.
Got a hand on it. Down low, O'Keefe. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question.
And he should be. I mean, remove all doubt. Get it down, hard, and simple.
1:52 left to play in the third. And that one, good.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Here's Money. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. .125 left to play in the third. Herter, defended by Paul. Kicks it to Valentine. Kodo gets that one to fall. That's his 6th field goal. He has shot the ball 12 times.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Oh, Moore's in position. And again, another assist. The chemistry he has with his guys is impressive.
Keeping his head on a swivel, actively seeking out his teammate.
Takes the 13-footer. Rebound by the Magic. The shot and game clock separated by 4.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam, because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
Got a piece of it. Nabbing another steal.
And he's just been able to anticipate their every move.
Yeah, you're right. An absolute pest on the defensive end. And the foul called on Markieff Morris. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. The Hawks shooting around 36%. They're just not able to finish consistently. All alone. And it's good off the back rim and in. Orlando's gotten on a roll from three-point land. They've been flawless. 6 for 6 tonight. Here's Money. Good, he hits again. 60 points. This guy cannot be stopped.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
From deep. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's the Orlando Magic enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost never see. They've been playing some ferocious defense. Back right after this. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Fourth quarter on the floor for the Magic. We've got Kevin Love, Paul out there with money. Then there's Markieff Morris. He goes up again, misses at the rim.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Here's Grant, defended by Paul. And there's the whistle, 3-second violation.
And they're just playing fast and loose. Sometimes that'll burn you.
You know, can't afford these kinds of mistakes right now, Greg. It's as simple as that. And they're making it hard on themselves.
Young's checked in for Atlanta. Here's money. Good, he hits again. That's 62 points. 62.
Amazing. A remarkable performance from him so far.
Mark, when you were playing to complement your inside game, you had that wonderful mid-range jumper, but more and more, players are going away from it.
I think it's all driven by analytics, Kevin. I mean, everything is about the three-point shot, efficiency of your possessions, go for three when you can or get it to the rim. And that makes sense from a mathematical standpoint. From a game standpoint, though, if a quality shot is a mid-range shot for a good shooter, I think you should take them all the time. I mean, that would just be my posture. So I differ with the analytics. I understand what they say. But if I was coaching, guys get a good mid-range jumper from a quality shooter, we're shooting it every time.
And here's Young from the arc. Orlando grabs the miss. Love's got his 16th rebound on the night. Here's Money, defended by Young, to the inside. Up against Collins. Deflects the pass. Young with the steal. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Young. And it's Love with the ball for the Orlando Magic. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Money passes to Morris. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts, a scorching 88%.
And every move he makes looks like the right one at this point.
No doubt about it, Greg. I mean, the game comes so naturally to him, easily. I mean, helping to expand their lead as they try to close this one out, he's doing it.
Here's Money. Pass to Paul. Here's Money. Love trying to break loose. It's good. 65 points for Money.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Fourth quarter of play, we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Shot's good by McKinney.
And that is textbook perfect, the bounce pass. Exactly how you want to throw it.
Here's Money. He dishes it to Paul. And the layup falls. Paul's got 11 points here in just the second half.
Oh, great ball movement there.
For Atlanta, they've gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. And Young kicks to Collins. The quick look, no good that time.
Yeah, that's just poor decision making. He's got to be better in those situations.
Greg, I just think he was in a hurry. He flat out rushed it. I mean, I don't know what he was thinking there. He actually was in a brain neutral position.
Hawks shooting just 35%. They've got to get better looks. And that's a foul called on Money. That's his 4th foul of the contest. This NBA, Clark, amazing. The potential now for some players to play into their 40s. In fact, we're seeing a couple guys in their 40s playing right now and playing well.
Yeah, you know, I thought about it when we started to see this influx, Kevin, of high school players coming into the league at 19, 20, 21 with the advancement and nutrition knowledge and training methods and preservation of the body and taking care of it, that we might see more longer careers. But if you start at 21 and play 15 years, that's still only 36. So I think we're going to see some more guys in the 40s, but I still think it's going to be a small number by and large.
3 triples in the first half, 3 in the second. Boy, do they add up.
Knocked away. It's one for Morris. It's tipped. Goes up, and Morris throws it down.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Up again. Passes it to Yabusele. The Hawks again can't hit.
And they've just tried everything to stem the tide here, but nothing seems to work.
Yeah, they can't find anything. They're lost right now. Everything working against them.
The tenacity, the attention to detail, it's why these guys are in complete control.
And you know what, Greg? They are crushing it on both ends. I mean, in total control right now.
Valentine's checked in for Young. Here's Money, Green defending. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Good on the triple.
Where was the defense? Come on now. Where was it? No idea how they gave up that open a look.
Here's Money, and yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
And Kevin, I got to tell you, he's probably fortunate to just get a flagrant one there. I mean, so much contact. The officials easily could have gone even harder on him.
Greg, I agree. He better be on his best behavior from now on. One more flagrant of any variety, and he's out of here. And he makes the first, but misses the second. In terms of competitive balance, Clark, the 2-3 teams being the heavy favorites every year, what do the other teams really have to play for?
Well, first and foremost, the opportunity to rewrite that script. I mean, just because teams are heavy favorites don't mean they're going to prevail in competition. So that's the first thing. And you never know what can happen. We've talked about it before, Kevin, the unpredictability of teams and seasons, how they play out, injuries, personnel, all of that stuff factors in. So if you're a competitor, you want to knock off whoever's expected to be the top team.
Now, here's Valentine. Tight defense on him.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Here's Money. Again, the magic score.
He's been on a roll this quarter, really leading the way for his team right now.
Atlanta's gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. To the middle. Got a piece of it. Now, here's Valentine. Defended by Paul. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession.
Yeah, that's a pass he's got to catch. Maybe just starting to relax a little too much with that lead.
Atlanta making a switch here. Hawk shooting just 34% from the floor. And the pass to Valentine. Clark, if you were a general manager, and I think you'd make an outstanding one, during the pre-draft process in particular, a player has declined to work out for you. Would you still consider drafting?
Yeah, I would consider it. Again, there would be some extenuating circumstances. Why has he declined? What have we seen? Obviously, I'm hopeful that my scouting staff has taken a look at him, and I've seen the kid up close and in person and done my due diligence, so I've got a comfort level with who he is and what he can become. But I don't think the declining of a workout is enough reason to just dismiss a prospect that you like.
And the Hawks with possession here. Here's Money. Love trying to break loose. And again, it's Orlando with the three.
No, it's scary because he's just been a matchup nightmare in this game. He's eaten up anybody they've thrown at him.
Now, here's Valentine, covered by Morris. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Pass to Boone. Pass to Valentine. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Can they get it? And the rejection by Love. Pass break. Here we go. Here's money.
Oh, wow. Bringing the heat, the thunder, and the lightning on that pound.
And that pattern continues, guys. Another heat check, another log on the fire.
Well, they're scorching right now. I mean, the defense has to be concerned. Nothing they're doing is stopping this run.
Pass to Boone. Lets it go. No good. And Orlando the other way now. Inside. Here's Paul. And plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up. And there's the foul. This goes against Atlanta. And he can't get the first one. We seem to see a lot of players request trades in the media, but Clark, you have to believe some teams were blindsided by this.
Oh, there's no question about it, Kevin, that teams have been blindsided on occasion. I don't like to see players operate that way, but I also understand sometimes the frustration that leads them to do so. But at the end of the day, I think it's part and parcel of the environment we're in and the nature of the business of the NBA. Sometimes players just aren't confident in what they hear directly, so they take other measures to voice their choice or displeasure.
Kodo. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. Orlando's gotten off to a great start from three-point range in the final quarter. They're a perfect 3 of 3. And Love gets it to go.
Boy, he hit his teammate in the perfect spot. Led him easily to the bucket. That's what you call a room service assist.
And ball over to help. Knocked loose. He swipes the ball away again.
And he's just been able to anticipate their every move.
Yeah, you're right. An absolute pest on the defensive end.
Oh, nice there. Getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it.
A jaw dropper emoji is what I look like right now. Incredible.
Here's McKinney, covered by Morris. Down low. Now the pass to Money. Well, Clarkson, G League salaries on the rise due to two-way contracts.
Yeah, and I think some of it is a function, Kevin, of the league's prosperity and success as revenues continue to grow. But I don't think it's a handout. I mean, when these guys get called up to the NBA, they've got to continue to be ready to produce and contribute, because at the end of the day, it's about production if you're going to make your way into the NBA.
Kodo. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
First free throw is good. Second free throw, no good.
Boy, he'd sure like to have that disback. Hard to chip away at a lead when you're leading freebies at the line.
And they pick up 2.
When you can make adjustments to the shot in midair and midstream and still knock it down, you know you're flowing.
Atlanta's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one on Love. We know Clark fans want to see star players. It's been a hot topic around the league. The league has added rules, in fact, that now prohibit resting guys on certain nights.
I think that's important, that players have a real understanding of their responsibility. I understand trying to balance the rest versus the wear and tear of a course. So that's another reason I propose a shorter season. I don't think you'd end up with this kind of controversy or debate. But I thought the league was right in requiring, I mean, your responsibility is to play all the games you're available to play unless you're injured. And I think it's important that guys take that responsibility seriously. And it's a responsibility they have to themselves, to the team, the organization, and the fans.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Orlando.
And this was one that never really was in doubt. I thought an all-around dominant performance. You kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
Especially because they're going to get together 3 more times this season, Craig. You'd love to get an opponent figured out early, and you're going to be seeing them that often.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and look at the stats, just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for money.
He did it all tonight, making an impact with more than just his scoring. How about the fact that he got a triple-double?
It's a hand on it. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
Yeah, with this lead, that's probably going to do it. Fans heading for the exits.
And, Greg, you know how hard it is to win on the road, but they seem to have this one firmly in control and have been very impressive today.
Offensive rebound. Herder. The shot from the low post is good.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with the soft touch to match.
Now, here is Young. Valentine with it. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Kevin. You guys pulled away in the second half. What were the differences?
Yeah, we all contributed tonight, and if we have a well-balanced, scoring and we're efficient on both ends, we usually end up winning the game. And, like you said, the second half was big for us tonight.
You got it done when it counted. Thanks very much for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. That concludes the first game of the NBA season. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. So long, everyone.